Hi everybody, it's Lorraine here from Feel Good Therapies and Connected Kids. Sorry it's been a little while since I've been in touch, but I'm back with another one of my video blogs. In fact, I'm going to do two video blogs, one for this week and then another one for a couple of weeks' time. And they're all about giving you some tips and ideas on meditation, whether you're a beginner or whether you're really experienced. Because when we are trying to learn meditation or practice meditation, there's some very practical things that we can do to support ourselves and to make sure that we get the most out of the meditation practice. In my next video blog, which will come out in a few weeks, I'm going to touch on the different styles of meditation that there are, because there's quite a variety of approaches to meditation and one size doesn't fit all. So it's a good idea to know that there are different ways to meditate, and that way you might find a way that really suits you. So tip number one, if you're going to either practice meditation or try as a beginner to learn meditation, is to make sure that you are not going to be disturbed. Now, when you have been practicing for a while, it is possible to be anywhere and with anyone and to be mindfully aware, i.e. meditating with your eyes open as you're having a conversation with someone. But that takes a little bit of practice. And as a beginner, or if you're a little bit rusty, it's a really good idea to make sure that no one can disturb you. So switch your phones off and put them on silent, or make sure that people in the house, or wherever you are, know that you're trying to do a little bit of meditation. So just making sure that you've made it possible for you to not be disturbed. Because certainly as beginners, we're so easily distracted. So it's better if you can have a little bit of peace and quiet. My next tip is to start small and practice regularly. If you try and sit down for half an hour of meditation, you may become rather frustrated. But if you are just say setting yourself 1 minute of meditation per day, just 1 minute, setting a timer on your phone or your computer just to practice whatever you wish to do in terms of meditation, whether noticing the breath, relaxing the body. And there's a really nice app called Insight Timer, which you can look up. I think it's on the web as well. I might put the link here if I can find it. And I use that, and it gives me little singing bowl sounds for that can be timed for 5-10 minutes or 1 minute or whatever it is I need to do. So try and set yourself a time that starts small and then build up very gradually. In fact, as I'm saying this, I'm thinking it's a little bit like learning to run. I just ran a 10k recently, and I was never a great runner. You know, I really didn't like running, but my friend Brenda taught me that all you need to do is start with 1 minute of running, 1 minute of walking, and you build up gradually until you're running for much longer. And it's the same with meditation. You just need to start very small, very short, but practice regularly, and you'll be amazed at how quickly you can sit for much, much longer periods of time. The other thing I say to people is to make sure that you have some water to drink. And that's really important, because not only for during the meditation, in case you want to cough or you have a bit of a tickly throat, but also for after the meditation, because it isn't that meditation makes you dehydrated, but you can become very aware of the state of your physical body, and perhaps it is a bit dehydrated, and you'll become really aware of that as you start to practice. So having some water nearby is really good to help you with any feelings of discomfort if you are feeling a bit dehydrated. And also it helps to release toxins out of the body. So meditation is really good for helping to release mental and emotional toxins, the thoughts, negative feelings that we have, but also out of our physical body. It's really good at helping us to detox. So if you have some water nearby, then that just helps the whole process. So make sure you've got some water to drink after you've been meditating, and a little bit during as well. And then the other thing I wanted to mention was being grounded. And I use that term I've always used that term. To me, it's very natural in terms of what it means in meditation. One of my students said, I think that they felt a little bit uncomfortable at first, because in America they go, "You're grounded," which is a very negative interpretation of the word. But that's not what I mean. I don't mean that you can't move anywhere, you have to sit still. What I mean by that is that you are you have a really good contact with the ground, with the earth beneath you. And physically, that's about having your feet flat on the ground if you're seated in a chair. And if your feet don't touch the ground, or if you have high heels on, ladies, take your high heels off and then have a cushion or a pillow underneath your feet. And it will really help your posture, and it will help you feel much more centered and grounded and relaxed for the meditation. Some of you may be tempted to lie down on the ground or lie down in your bed to meditate. And the problem with that is that you will probably fall asleep, which is great if you want to fall asleep. And I know meditation is wonderful for helping people to improve their sleep. I've had so many of my students tell me that time and time again. But really what you're trying to do is to learn how to be relaxed throughout day-to-day life, and to have a much more feeling of strength and peace whilst you're going about life and everything that you do. So if you're lying down and you fall asleep, you're never really going to know what that experience is like of being relaxed but alert. So that's why I suggest that you sit in a chair where your feet can touch the ground and where your back is straight. If the chair is really one of those lovely comfortable chairs, that's no good. You need to be in a chair that won't allow you to fall asleep. And that way you're going to be able to practice meditation much more effectively than you would do if you just fall asleep. Some of the other things that you might notice when you practice meditation is that your mind is really busy. And it's estimated that we think about, well, between 60,000 and 100,000 thoughts a day. And of course you're going to think, oh my goodness, that's just going to be torture if I try and I just can't quieten my mind. Well, in my next video blog, I'll give you some hints and tips about the different approaches to doing that. But really, meditation isn't about... Sometimes my students think it's a negative thing when they first start to notice how busy their minds are. But actually, from a meditation perspective, it's a very good thing if you notice how busy your mind is. Because then you can notice the number of thoughts and the quality of your thoughts, and sometimes we go even beyond that to look at where the source of those thoughts come from. And my view is that we can't change anything in our world unless we become aware of it. So, you know, if you don't notice that there's a dirty mark on your clothes, then you're never going to change those clothes if you don't notice it. But maybe if you notice it or somebody points it out to you, you might go, I think I might change my top because I don't want to wear a dirty top. So it's very similar to your thoughts. Once you become aware of how busy your mind is and the quality of your thoughts, then you can start to make some changes. And that's why finding a good meditation class is really important, because an effective meditation teacher will guide you through that. They will take you step by step and not make you feel like you failed by noticing all those thoughts, but actually showing you the positive side of actually noticing the thoughts and helping to train yourself to become aware of them but not to be distracted by them and take off after them with a whole range of other thoughts. So I hope that those things are helpful and that they will get you started. I obviously recommend our meditation course that we teach, which is a 6-week block in Edinburgh. If you can't make that, I also do a monthly meditation online, which you can listen into. Just look at feelgood-therapies.com on the meditation link and you'll find me. And we also do an online meditation course, which is great for beginners or refreshers. So it has lots of modules with lots of video and MP3 practices that you can try just to get back into the swing of meditating. And also we have some MP3s that you can download as well, from beginners to the more experienced. Maybe you have your own meditation CDs or MP3s or classes. That is amazing. Well done. But just maybe bear in mind some of the things that I've said. Whatever you do, just try it and good luck.